Okay, so let's see about bringing some of this stuff up. Make sure everything is right about where it needs to be. I got a like already. How about that? That's awesome. Excellent. That looks good. That looks good. Got something in the blurby box. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday to you all. It's been a super busy day here in game, but I hope everyone's doing well and glad to have you here. I want to welcome you to the stream here. It's going to be a super chill stream. I'm just going for milestones in the HAWKEYE 5-star arena. Should be about 15 million points, and that's what we're going to be doing here for the next hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, something like that. Just keeping it low key, keeping it simple. But I'm glad to have you here. Want to take a sec to welcome the latest Vaughn subs to the channel. Cheers. Glad you guys found the place in the depths of the YouTubes. That's very much appreciated. Yeah, without much further ado, I just got to shoot off a tweet saying that I am here. Yo, at Marvel Champions. I gotta come up with my own thing. I feel like I'm ripping off BG's bit. So apologies to you, BG. Been a busy day today. It's pretty much gonna be the same blurb that I've got in the chat right here. What'd I miss? Milestone grind starts up. Or keeps rolling. It's day 2. Good enough. Bloop. Send that off into the abyss. Gonna bring that up. And I'm gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna come up here. So, riveting YouTube action, I'm sure. But looks everything looks kosher. So, without much further ado, let's dive in. I have played 0 arena today. None. So, I'm right about where I left you guys off last night. What's up, Changus? How's it going, bud? Glad to have you here. I'm doing awesome. I've been super busy with just keeping up with the news. I was kind of hoping that they would have put this out on Monday so we'd have the week to talk about it instead of burying the lead on a Friday, but we've had news today, so that's cool. Cheers. I love these kind of grinds. Love these kind of grinds. Just cycle through some 6 stars here tonight. As soon as the 6 stars are done, run through some of the 5s and see where we're at. Might jump in, do some level up since the level up event's up. Might do some character testing. Might do something completely random. Who knows? The night is still young. And I'm sure we're going to talk about it later on at some point in the evening, but I think today was at least a good start for Caban, just leveling with us. I do think it's a whole lot of wait and see still, you know, get some more specifics and some more key areas, but I think it's a start at least. So kudos to them for that. Oh, that's why. That's why. That's what's changed. That's what's changed. I was like, wait a minute, why is my Doctor Doom higher than my Ghost? That's not right. But then I remembered I turned on suicides for Alliance War. And it's kind of nice that Boss Man is, or the bots have swapped Boss Man's Weapon X out for Aegon. So this is actually perfect because this is going to be the team that I would wind up grinding the Guardian arena with. So to not have to fight Weapon X every single fight, that's fantastic. I'll take that. You know, yeah, yeah. Like I think the change to the treasury makes sense from their point of view, uh, and I think it's probably the most straightforward way to get rid of bots and loaders. I'm not gonna get into the discussion whether bots and loaders are a a good thing or a bad thing for loading for donations. But if you're going to have maps 1 through 5 for free, I don't see why there's any reason why map 6 and 7 should have a cost. You know? Just let everybody compete. You think you can try it? Awesome, go for it. You shouldn't have to milk everybody for resources. But as far as like the AQ and AW stuff, though, I don't know. AQ they just hinted at. Feels like they just changed up AQ. But if they're buffing rewards, that's always nice. AW I have no hope for, personally. That's my least favorite game mode. And no matter what they do to tweak it, even if the rewards are like doubled from what they are currently, I'm still not going to enjoy it. Cheers. Because my problems with AW are just so intrinsically tied with the mode itself that it's just not my cup of tea. If it's your cup of tea, awesome, good on you. Everyone's got their thing. I love Arena. Arena is not for everybody. But I do hate me some AW. Interesting. Have you guys been paying into the treasury? Because I thought map 4 was free. It's just map 5 that's switching over from being paid to being free. Because I know they made a mention of alliances that run staggered BGs, so you know 667 or 554 or something like that. Like that would be problematic, but I also did think it was interesting that they're going to be scaling the difficulty of map 5 to be more in line with 6 and 7, which is a very back way of saying like, yeah, the AI is just so passive in map 5. Which I think is a good thing. I think map 5 is a lot harder than 6 and 7. Just because of that fact. What the hell happened there? What? Alright, so I'm just watching the replay on YouTube because it's lagging a little bit. That's weird. Then Chinggis, maybe. Because the way they made it sound is like the only compensation is going to people that have paid over and above what the cost to run the map was. And even though they didn't say or allude what the individual cost of running a AQ map is, because they've only ever talked what the Alliance total is. I don't know how they... Oh, I'm surprised, first of all, that they've kept track of each of our individual donations for, was it the last 5 months? But then on top of that, that they're going to individually calculate how much each and every single person in the game has paid over and above what the map required. That sounds like for them that's just an awfully huge undertaking. Instead of just like having some blanket reward for everybody. Like, oh yeah, I know we're having the next 2 weeks of AQ be free for everybody, which only benefits map 6 and 7 players, but... yeah, we're also gonna just say that everyone just arbitrarily gets an additional 2 weeks for free. Just save the hassle of doing all that math. But again, who knows? Like I said, I'm pretty surprised that they kept track of that in the first place. So maybe it'd be super simple for them to do. Who knows? Not me. I just punch people in the face until they don't get up again. That's my claim to fame. But some of the other stuff that they had talked about too kind of was like I'm not going to say it's lip service, but it's a lot of... it's almost stating the obvious. Like, I don't know why they would have been so insistent to get Act 7 out of the gate so quickly anyway. Aside from just it being, you know, milking people for resources. Like, because they themselves had hyped up that, you know, Act 7, Book 2, whatever, is going to be a new chapter, right? And the way it sounded is that they had meant that literally as opposed to figuratively. Just like the next chapter of the story as opposed to the next chapter of content. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know. I don't know. Buffing Abyss Words, I think, was the biggest surprise for me. And I really kind of wonder what that would even mean. Because, I mean, obviously, I'll definitely take extra rewards. No doubt. But Abyss rewards still are better than Act 6 rewards. And it's arguably considerably easier. Well, not even arguably, it is considerably easier. What's up, AC? How you doing, bud? Happy Friday to you. I guess Saturday at this point, but happy weekend. How about that? Cheers. Yeah. Yeah, just hit 450 a little bit ago. That's awesome. Inching closer to that that CCP threshold. And then, you know, apply and hope for the best. That's the real kicker, you know. Still gotta be approved to get in. As far as I know, everything's looking hunky-dory and in compliance, but positive thinking still though, right? How about yourself? How are you doing? So you Had a live stream earlier, grinding for units. How you liking that Captain Sparkles? You made your first music track. Very nice. I didn't see. Is it a standalone upload, or are you gonna have it play in some of your future videos? Cheers. $100 units is good, man. 100 units is still a lot of units. I think some people have really gotten jaded as far as value goes in the game. They're like, oh yeah, 100 units, that's nothing. But 100 units is a lot. Outside of buying crystals, 100 units can take you really far. So that's good. Yeah, but you can still play her even unranked up, even at level 1. What's up, Crollo? Yes. Collector is not... Collector is not a fun fight, my friend. He's quite a pain in the butt. So what did you do? Did you wind up getting stonewalled there, or throw a bunch of revives at him, or wind up backing out and come back with a different strategy? Well, good, AC. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Are you going to use it just in the background as you're playing, or like as an intro, outro sort of thing? Thank goodness for Digicloak. Yeah. Well, good. AC, you should be your own hype man. That's awesome. That's always the good rule of thumb for creatives. You should always be super excited about what you do, and should be the most excited person for what you do. Because if you're not excited for what you do, then how can you expect anybody else to be excited about it either? You know. Yeah. Yeah, 5.2 is a bit of a ramp up. 5.3 even more so than that. But as soon as you get over that collector fight, even just for an initial completion, it's going to feel easier just because there isn't another fight like him until you get to the champion, arguably. Provided you've got the right counters. Like you can very easily get stonewalled at Crossbones in Act 6. You can very easily get stonewalled at the Medusa in Act 6, but champion, even with the perfect counter, is still stupid annoying. Just because of his mechanics. Oh, that's tough. Hyperion v Cap Sparkles for an Awakening. I'd say Sparkles, personally. Because Captain Marvel movie's ability is that she gets indestructible when she goes binary, right? And the higher sig she gets, the longer she stays indestructible, so that indestructibility really adds up. Plus, if you play it smart and cycle her properly, you can use it to your advantage to reduce either recoil damage or like tank a special 3. So plus her prestige is through the roof, but that shouldn't at all be a deciding factor for anybody. Yeah. Yeah, Doom does that. Doom should still be able to handle most of Collector, though, because the only thing that Doom's Awakened ability does is gives him a shock debuff on Nullify. Like, most of Doom's kit is available even unawakened. It's just a little bit extra spice having him waking up. Ah, perfect. Yeah, as soon as you get her, that's a heck of a combo. But Hyperion's a really solid choice too. And then I think that really just come down to how long you want to keep waiting for. I mean, hopefully it isn't the bad luck where as soon as you wake one of them up, then that's when you pull her. But the other thing is you don't want to be sitting on a gem for months and months and months and months and forever either. You know, that's no fun. I had the misfortune of that happening to me with Mystic. I had 3 5-star Mystic Awakening Stones and no one to use them on. Because this was right around when Symbiote Supreme was released. And he was good, but he was going for crazy numbers. My magic was already awakened, and I wasn't really super thrilled with anybody else. Like, who's I gonna awaken? Juggernaut? Unstoppable Colossus? Nah. So I wound up sitting on the 3 Mystic Awakening Stones for like almost a year, really, from start to finish, and then started using them. I used one on Dr. Voodoo when I finally pulled him. Used one on Doom when did that crazy friggin' Doom grind. So you eventually get around to it, but still, it's always super. It's like it's a real tease, just constantly having to scroll past it in your inventory, week after week. That's not fun. Well, Corello, I believe in you, and I wish you the best of luck. That collector fight is a doozy, but that is the last big hurdle. If I remember right, I think Hulk, OG Hulk. Now this is really dating me, but I think I used a combination of OG Hulk and Heimdall originally. Then you just throw a 20% revive onto the Hulk, and then he's pretty much in that added Fury mode, provided he's awakened. Right from the get-go, do a little bit extra damage, hang on for a sec, do a little bit more damage, KO, and then revive again. I get that. Keep fleshing out the B squad. Let's throw you up there, and let's throw Cosmic Champ up there. Excellent. So, what's super random? A couple 5-stars and then a rank 2 6-star. Interesting combo. But then again, that collector fight's also really annoying because you got to go through a regular lane anyway before you even get to him. It's not like it's that Venom fight in what, Act 4, is it? Where you can either take the long friggin' windy path and take off some of his buffs, or just go straight to him. I kind of wish that they would have brought that back for somebody else too, to be honest. I think that's a really useful mechanic, especially when you're trying to get uncollected, or whatever the future thing is. Because that way you can just go straight to the boss, dance around them. If you wind up, you know, eating it, you can just back out and you only gotta burn energy to one spot instead of going through the entire map again. A bit more fun, I think. And hopefully that's what Act 7 winds up being. A bit more extremely unique, specialized fights, as opposed to just, you know, path after path after path of insane, untenable node combinations. You know? Or something else that I'd completely forgotten about until, well, until earlier, is that I forgot that they did, like, it wasn't a boss rush, but it wasn't exactly a standalone monthly event either. It's the one that had that super annoying Aegon. This had to have been like a year and a half ago, something like that. So not too long ago, but long enough ago where there weren't a whole lot of great counters for that yet. I think the prize was just a 5-star, and a lot of people balked at that because that Aegon was an insane fight. Really, I think the only way to get through that entire path, that entire quest, is if you had Ghost and Hood. Like, is that kind of insane? But something like that, where it's just, you've got a couple of crazy fights, so there's only like 3 paths, and then that's it. But, you know, a more believable, realistic combination of nodes that you actually have to strategize around, as opposed to having the ideal champ, like, at max rank. Because, I mean, Mole Man might be an awesome counter, but do you really want to rank up Mole Man for one path of one act, you know? I know I wouldn't. I really like the Gwenpool event, just because the rewards relative to the like the work you had to put in to get them was crazy good. Like, it was super easy to get through it. I do remember that it was pretty long though. I mean, again, not that there's anything wrong with long quests and long events, but me personally, I'm kind of ready for just short, bursty fights. Sort of like incursions, where you've got pretty much 3 fights per room, but, you know, as like a standalone event as opposed to incursion. But we'll see. They say they're going to come back with something next month, and they might. I hope they do. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how in-depth whatever they propose is in actuality, as opposed to just being, you know, nice to haves, or this is the goal. Like, it's nice to say, hey, this is the goal, this is what we were shooting for. But then again, they said the same thing for Abyss. This is the hardest content we've ever put out, and it's going to take you like 5 months before you can do it. And the top 200 people finished it like 2 weeks after launch. So I don't know. I don't envy them. I do not envy being in their position. Sometimes it feels like they've backed themselves into a corner where they have so many champs in the game that can do so many cool things so many different ways. That's like it's hard to design content that's still fun and challenging and creative that can't just easily be like blown through in one sitting. But maybe that's the solution. They just need to accept that that's how the game is and design a greater quantity of stuff can be done in short bursty installments, like, you know, a proper mobile game. As opposed to, hey, I'm gonna start down this path in Act 6, and then maybe if I'm done in an hour, that's awesome. There's that. Cheers, everybody. Refreshing. So, but anyway, that's enough of that. What do you guys got going on this weekend? It's Friday and or Saturday, depending on when and where you're at in the world, but in the States, it's a 3-day weekend. I know that means a little something different nowadays, but still, what do you guys got going on? Let's do that. Have a Magneto battle. Cool Roblox kid asks, how many points do I think Hawkeye will go for? I'm guessing he's going to go for 30 mil. Probably less. Probably like 27, but I'd be really surprised if he went too much higher than 30. Four-star, probably somewhere in the like 8-9 million range, maybe. And 3-star, maybe half a mil. But don't hold me to that, because I'm not really familiar with the 3-star arena cutoffs anymore. Is it? That's annoying. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. With the 3-star arena cutoffs anymore. Is it? That's annoying. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Yeah. So I'm still am learning the OBS program here a little bit. So I'm hoping that little bit of mucking around is enough to fix things a little bit, but if it gets to be too drastically out of sync, I may need to restart the stream. If it's a couple of frames off, that's manageable. I'll just pretend that I'm a puppeteer speaking out of the corners of my mouth. And depending on who you talk to, I'm a Muppet already, so. Alright, so I'm gonna throw up a mutant, a cosmic, and probably tech. Science wouldn't be a bad idea though either. Ooh, there's my Electro. Dang, man. One of these days, I'm still hoping to get lucky. I still got like 35 days, something left for that current featured 5-star. I'm still hoping to pull Electro. I mean, if not, it's not gonna break my heart or anything, but still. The odds of me pulling a 5-star there are a lot better than pulling a 6-star in the in just a regular basic pool. Especially with the new 6-stars getting added here. What is it, in a week and change? I'm West Coast. I'm in California. Beautiful, sunny California. Which I can view from the luxury of inside through my window. Alright, Dex, Dex. Now, why didn't those shields trigger? I didn't have any debuffs on them to have, like, Pacify or Petrify activate. I don't know. That's strange. So before I get going on that, I'm just gonna take a quick tangent, because I'm just thinking of some stuff in my head right now. Quick tangent, claim this, awesome, whatever. Go back here, see how many tier 4 class I've got. And this isn't an intentional flex, so just want to make sure I'm not, so I'm kind of close on Cosmic and Science. Everything else I could use, but the only reason I'm asking is with AQ finishing up, I've got a few map 6 and map 7 crystals open, so may want to open some of those up later, but oh, very nice. I'm in SoCal. Central Valley's nice though. Super hot. Super hot. Yeah, it's up, Augie. You know, what can I say? I've just been paid off by so many other people that I just, you know, a little delay here, a little delay there, and hopefully it becomes something, and, you know. Nah, I'm playing. It's good to see you, man. How you doing? So, straw poll, guys. What do you think? Do you think that timeout bug is going to be fixed in 4 days' time for the next round of AQ when that starts up again? Or do you think that's going to be something that is going to get pushed back to the next patch here in a week and a half? Just because you brought up AQ and made me think of it. Because you would think if they just had something run live, right? The bug, that'd just be a run command, right? that you could just as easily turn that off and revert back to a previous build, and that would take all of an hour tops. You would think, instead of stretching it out for days, especially at the end of AQ. Krillo asks, She-Hulk or Beardo? Normally I'd ask for what, but Beardo. Beardo 9.5 times out of 10. Because She-Hulk's thing is that she's got the slow. I mean, she's poison immune, but Beardo can shrug off poison with a skill champ synergy, provided his sig ability is high enough. But with Red Guardian coming in the game, She-Hulk's kind of relegated to what, the 2016 bin. Yeah. Augie, did it wind up KOing you with Doom? Or have they actually fixed it? Because I know it's not just specifically a Corvus thing. But supposedly it's affecting champs that are just at low health. So presumably if you're mid-health, that shouldn't be an issue. It's just like the champs at a 1 or 2%. Hey, fair enough. What's up, Pop It Off? Hope you're doing fine this wonderful Friday evening. Oh, good. Actually, now that I think about it, I was dumb because I wound up timing out in war a little bit earlier. It was on Mini Boss Island. There was a magic on the stun immune node, and I quaked her. But even with the 15% boost, Quake wasn't able to get magic down, just because the magic had the 9% physical resistance. But then yeah, I timed out, got the half health, came back in and finished it. But such a strange, oddly specific thing, you know? Freaky. Pop it off, yeah, man. Getting there. And I really appreciate the support and you preaching from the rooftops. I really appreciate that. So, thank you. But Pop It Off does bring up an important point. Is that I am making a push to join the content creator program, and Kabam does have a new rule for the CCP where it requires 500 minimum subscribers to get into the program. And thanks to you guys, I just hit 450, which means I'm super close to getting there. Super close. So obviously no pressure one way or another. But if you do, thank you in advance, and I very much appreciate it. So hopefully soon. That'd be really cool. if anybody's got some slasher movies off the top of your head for Prolo, go for it. It's not my cup of tea. Outside of kind of like the tried and true cornerstones of the genre. But if somebody else knows of a couple of fun indie ones or fun ones to suggest. Oh no, you don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. I usually take that note anyway. But I think just because it was, we are where we're at currently, that they've just buffed that note a little bit. Because otherwise, it's a pretty easy fight to Quake. I mean, stressful. It's like 3 minutes of near perfect Quake and bake, but that's part of the fun. But yeah, brother, don't even worry about it. Well, cheers, pop it off. I really appreciate it. Thanks, bud. And I'm just excited. I'm excited for everything. I'm enjoying the ride now. I'm going to be super excited once Find You hit that 500. Actually, probably should save some shards and stuff and do big like 500 sub opening or something, right? That's what these YouTubers do, right? But then I'm working on a prototype of the champ review style that I'm going to be running with. Because everyone's got their own, I was talking about this the other day, but everyone's got their own style for champion reviews. Whether it's just, you know, reading the text exactly as it appears, or the one that BG did for Mojo was ridiculously in-depth. Katie put out a really fun video on synergies. And Dave just takes everything to a next level. But each of them have their own style for doing things. Figure I combine that with a pet project that I've been wanting to work on for a long time. So, should be fun. I should probably do that starting off with Elsa Bloodstone, just because she's my tried and true, my number one. Alright, there's that. So I think I got one more round of 6 stars left, and then dive into some of the 5s. But we're doing really good on time here, so I pose it to you guys. What do you want to see tonight? Do you want to see gameplay of one of the champs? Come up with some strats for a particularly interesting piece of content? Some random shenanigans? Otherwise, I may just wind up playing around with one of the champs I'm thinking of ranking up just to get a better feel for her. Because I've got some, I still have some tier 2A that's going to be expiring in the next week and change, so I got to rank somebody up. Which, I mean, I still think is a really dumb mechanic to have in game, is to have so many resources expire. Like, I can understand from a business perspective wanting pots and revives and boosts to expire, thereby compelling people to play content, but But like for rank up materials and stuff, why does that need to have an expiration, you know? Alright, Grillo, that's an interesting thing. I haven't fought Collector in ages. Let me tell you this though, do you have a Heimdall? There's that. So I'll need to look. I think my 4-star is maxed. I don't remember. He isn't. I think he's only like a rank, yeah, rank 3. Oh, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. You know what? I'm just gonna go and dive into that. See, Collector is what, 5 to 6, right? I think. NGR just subbed. Well, cheers on the sub. Glad to have you. Alright, so Doom no synergies, right? There he was. So I'm just gonna bring in Doom and then scout a path and then plan around that. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Oh man, this is gonna suck with a rank 3 4-star. Oh, I've got suicides on too. That's not gonna be fun. Um. No way, man. She's, yeah. Like she was the. So I wound up getting 2 tier 5 class skill catalysts, right? And then in each of the like increments in Act 6, like the 25% here, I kept pulling skills. So I wound up, after I finished 6-4 and got the selector, I was like, well, I may as well just finish another catalyst. So third one was skill, and that went to Elsa. First 2 were for prestige, and the third one I actually got to use on a champ that I really wanted to play as. So yeah, Krollo still 4-stars though, I'm presuming, right? Oh, not Act 4. 5. Well, this is going to be interesting. Because all of 4-stars I've got ranked up are older. So, like, a lot of the champs I would bring now, I just don't have. But let's. And you said you have a Heimdall, right? I'm not gonna quake. Let's bring X-Pool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Elsa Bloodstone is hands down my favorite champ in the game. She's not the best champ in the game. There are other people that do stuff that she does better, but I just have so much fun playing as her. I just love it. And I just love that I was lucky enough to get her as a 6-star. Guess that doesn't really matter, right? Alright, let's see how this goes. EC's second, I think. Fortunately, very luckily, I got rated by Super yesterday, which is very cool. Oh, right, I forgot role reversal. Shouldn't really matter. But... And Bane. Ouch. Well, that's a great start. See if I can dex this. Yep. So that power roll reversal should have been something I paid attention to. Come on, my dude. Thank you. Okay. So, pro tip, don't get hit. Man, even in Act 5, these pots don't do jack. Alright, let's see where I'm going. Where do I want to go? Actually, where's that floor? What's this path? Plagued Mind. That's plausible. So basically the whole thing is just... What am I gonna do for this guy, though? That's the catch. Human Torch just subbed. Well, cheers, Johnny. Much appreciated. No, well, thank you very much for the sub. Very much appreciated and glad to have you here. Let's see what else is there. I am not going to go that path. So it's either this one, Chaos. Don't really want to do that. Don't really want to fight that Electro either. Let's see what else we got. No, no. E? Oh, that's the vanilla path. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go E. Because that way I avoid that annoying Iceman. Because that Iceman, it's gonna hurt. What's up, Human Torch? Glad to have you, dude. Rahul Kumar just subscribed. Cheers, bud. Glad to have you here. Welcome aboard. This is just a generic Angela. Kind of want to save my Doom a little bit, but because I do have Suicides on. I'm gonna save my Doom just because I have Suicides on. Krillo asks, can I explain the role reversal? It's just the way it sounds. So, like, if I take Captain Marvel against a tech champ, I have an attack boost and they have a attack reduction. Role reversal just means it's the opposite. So Cosmic Champs are weak against Tech Champs. Cosmic Champs, or Mystic Champs are weak against Cosmic Champs. Something like that. PJ Vice. Hey. Alright, AC, thanks for stopping by, bud. Good to have you. Congrats again on the live stream earlier. Looking forward to hearing that track that you put together. And we'll catch you in a future stream. Take care, bud. Torch, I'll probably stick with Johnny. I may throw in a Cooper here or there. Let's throw in Sparkles again. So, just get parried a couple times, one more time to build up the indestructible. And then just be aware that Bane is still a thing. Push him over there. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Come here. Throw a couple heavy attacks in for good measure. Get the charges back up. That's probably good. Synergy to heal. No, that's just from the X pool though, right? Yeah. The restoration kit. I think A. A is just the increased crit on specials. Well, Torch, I'm just gonna call you friend. I'm still tempted to use my Doom. I'm so used to using Doom. But just getting into that rotation, I'm gonna throw like 3 specials back to back just to maximize Doom's output. And that's just not gonna go well for me with Suicides. Keep that up. Throw this. Avoid the suicide damage. I'll probably use Doom for the Mystic Champs. Because that just wouldn't go well for Sparkles. I gotta say, I think this is the first time I've ever played Sparkles Awaken. Which brings up a good point. I should look at her Sig ability. Because I know she gets the indestructibility, right? Okay, so basically, yeah, you're indestructible and just don't get hit. Easy enough, right? Come on, my dude. Thank you. Ouch. Ouch. That was bad. What's up, Willis? That works. But that was a bad mistake on my part. Alright, so Mystic Champ number 1. Why is Nick Fury still so tall? Like, is he that supposed to be that tall in the comics? I always thought he was just a regular dude. Anyway, I want to save the Nick Fury for, what's his face, Collector. Now, if I really wanted to cheat, I would have brought Namor. So that would have just been silly. Let's get that power bar up a little bit. Dude wants to insist on throwing specials and me blocking right in his face. I mean, I don't mind a little bit of aggression, but it's kind of silly. Eric with the sub. That's probably good enough. Cheers! Welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Man, that Aiken recoil, though. Definitely not a super suicide champ. Augie throwing the spice. Oh, that's right. That's right. She wouldn't, because she's provided it's within that 6 seconds when she's indestructible. God, I'm so not used to awakening sparkles. What's up, Shadow? How you doing this fine evening, bud? Come on. Thank you. Man, awaken sparkles is awesome. Come on. Come on. Thank you. There we go. Willis, yeah, I'm just doing this for fun. I think it's gonna be one of the first times I've fought Collector since I 100%ed Act 5. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. I should have attacked. And there we go. This is probably going to hit her regen. Oh. Ah, sweet. Beautiful. Beautiful. Did you? If you run Despair, maybe. And I think Man-Thing has a couple of synergies now to boost his damage. What's up, Shirmoy? How you doing, bud? Really dug the commentary piece he put out earlier. This is Act 5, 526. It's the collector fight. Prolo challenged me. I don't like that lack of health, but yeah, well, same here. He was wondering if I could do the collector fight with a 4-star Doom. And since my 4-star is only a rank 3, figured that'd be interesting. Should have fired off the special there. Come on. Come on. Thank you. You know, Willis, AGTW is always recruiting. You just have to put up with guys like me and Augie. Us clowns. This could be interesting. Jengus, what does the Suicide Mastery consist of? Suicide are actually 2 masteries, Double Edge and Liquid Courage. Double Edge means that you inflict a bleed at the start of the fight, and you bleed for about 10-15 seconds, something like that. Liquid Courage is the same idea, but with poison. But instead of it wearing off, you're just poisoned forever. In exchange for being poisoned or bleeding, you get an attack increase, right? So then there's 3 tiers for each. So it's either a 10% increase, 20% increase, 30% increase at the sacrifice of your health, right? So if you got both of them running, you start off each match bleeding and poison, right? So unless you've got a plan for that, either use a champion who's bleed immune or poison immune or immune to both, or you've got some healing synergy or a champion that heals that can just negate the damage, you're going to take a huge amount of damage yourself, ergo the name Suicides. But it just really jacks up your damage output, so it's a trade-off. I'm probably going to die with Sparkles here, but we'll see. Now, why didn't I go indestructible? Now I'm indestructible. Freaking ability accuracy nonsense. Come on, special me. That works too. Special me. Thank you. With this stupid dex. Well, that worked out. That worked out. I mean, Augie, that is one way to do it. It's a little bit messy, but it's one way to do it. How did that not kill her? Get out of here. Alright, a couple fights to go. Oh, would you look at that? still probably going to use Sparkles. Let's give her a little bit extra life. We got 2 more fights to go. Well, I mean, congrats on the Doom. That 2-star Doom is still better than a whole slew of 3-star champions. And a couple of 4s, so not a bad pull. Plus, if nothing else, he's got the synergies to be awesome. Oh crap, I'm not. Well, mistimed that. Come on, dude. Man, that indestructible is amazing. I cannot wait to wake up my 6-star. Cannot wait. Yeah. What's up, man? Falcon, how you doing, bud? Yeah, everything's awesome, all things considered. It's been a good day. I mean, it's been an average day in game, but a good day in real life, so I'll take that. Hope things have been well with you too. Alright, so she's got Unblockable Special 1. It's pretty easy. Oh, well, inverted class rolls, right? Yeah. Alright, just throw Sparkles again. Well, may as well just throw X-Pool at her. Willis, cheers on the sub. Bit of peer pressure there, I think, but I appreciate it all the same. Well, there you go, guys. X-Pool, God tier confirmed. And that is a solid reminder for me to plug in my device. Hopefully, everything stays kosher. Awesome. Sometimes when I plug in my charger on the old streaming software, the whole thing just blew up. Blah blah, blah blah, TLDR. So really, I have to fight the collector to be able to see his stupid stats first? Alright. What? It was the collector? I thought it was just a question mark. Alright, so he's got tenacity, that's no biggie. Wait, I'm supposed to be dying off. I'm supposed to be doing this with Doom. That's right. Alright, so now I can finally see his stats. So, Collector, what does this flavor of Collector do? Regen every time he loses 20% of health. So he can shrug off debuffs, but he's not Debuff immune. Permanent boost to crit. Great. Unblockable specials. I have to reacquaint myself on those. Okay, he's immune to bleed and poison, but not shock, so that's fun. Shock ability was around when Act 5 came out, right? Periodically unstoppable, so if you have a slow champ, that'd be great. Increase power rate. Don't get hit. Special 2 attack, blah blah blah, don't get hit. Special 3 attack, blah blah blah, don't get hit. Awesome. Let's do it. And then because I said I'm gonna do this with Doom, I'm either just gonna be regretting all my decisions, or we'll see. Oh, that's right. Nick needs to be alive for all of his nonsense. And since I'm dying anyway. I shouldn't have killed Nick. Nick has to be alive. I'm gonna need those for actual content, I think. So Nick needs to be alive. And Doom needs to be alive. So there we go. No, I do not want to use Nick Fury. Man. See, now I'm just going in for the challenge points. Oh, that's a nasty stun. I'm pretty sure his special one is Dexable, right? Like, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was. Come on, my dude. Thank you. I don't even remember what... What's up, Crash? How you doing, bud? Yeah, but after you get to a certain health point, his specials attacks are unblockable. That's the catch. Besides, I'm indestructible right now, so that might help. got Bane. Bane, I think, is what winds up getting you. But what percent is it that he goes unblockable for specials? Below half health. Alright, so it's unblockable already. That's fun. If you're able to push 2 mil, I'd go 2 mil. 1.8 is more than enough for everybody else, but this is Doom we're talking about. I wasn't even paying attention. What's up, Reaper? How you doing, bud? Welcome to How Many Revives Does Rob Need to Blow to Get Through Frickin' Collector with a 4-star Sparkles? Tonight's main attraction is 5 revives so far. Oh, that was cheeky. Come on. I mean, you could put up 11.8 million for the 4-star basic. Isn't the highest cutoff for that 2 million though? As memory serves, for like Namor or somebody? I don't know, I'm so unfamiliar with that arena. Come on, dude. Come on. Oh. You got power game. When do you get a power game? Man damn it, I'm a premium crystal. At least put me in like a Cav crystal or something, dude. It was 11 mil for White Widow, I think, right? No, you know what it was? Someone did post it, but it was somebody in the beginner bracket wound up getting rank 1 with the boosted beginner bracket positioning. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. 2 more. Oh. Yeah, you gotta go big. Because, I mean, if you don't put up, like, copious amounts of millions of points for Doom, can you really say you did a Doom grind? Come on, old man. There. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. First try. Well, let's see what I'm rewarded with for my efforts. 11 ISO. Tier 3 ISO. That sweet. Got me some gold right there, fellas. But there you go. All you got to do is have a maxed out 4-star Captain Sparkles with a Nick Fury synergy and Heimdall. and it's a walk in the park. It is plausible with Doom. I would recommend having him ranked up higher. If you got a champion with slow, that makes life a lot easier too. She-Hulk gets slow on what, special 1, right? So automatically that's plausible. You know, I'll probably save that for another time. My grudge match with the collector. It just sucks. I really wish my 6-star Sparkles was awakened, because then I would love to do that. Go back in and just destroy that cocky guy. Although I wonder though, because he's got that 3% max health damage cap. So I think when she's in binary, everything's energy based, right? So it's the damage plus the secondary damage, so you might be able to get around it that way. But oh, you know who I should have tested though was Red Guardian, because I got him as a 5-star, or a 4-star, sorry. Uh-oh. That's right. Heal. Because the 4-star Guardian probably would do very well against the Collector. There we go. That's right. No, but Red Guardian's slow is passive, isn't it? So you wouldn't be able to shrug it off. No, it is a debuff. Who was it? I thought someone was saying that someone has a passive slow. I thought it was Red Guardian, but right there, it's saying straight up that it's a debuff, not passive. Where can I take this? That's right, I rank 4'd him. Ah, stupid. Stupid 4-star synergies. Beardo with a charge can bypass Unstoppable. If he doesn't have a charge, then he can't. But Doom with his aura up prevents the final hit of a special attack or a final hit of a combo from landing. Is that who it is? Sorcerer Supreme? I really gotta learn how to play her. Shimor, if you're still in the chat, you've played around with her a lot more than I have. Where is it? Armor break, regen, and slow. Yeah, probably. Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm a complete scrub with Supreme there. See, this is the synergy I'm really looking forward to taking out. And where's Potato Head? This one. Like that synergy right there, I think would be a lot of fun. Who else has a random buff with A-Bomb? There's a villain buff, right? I think Sinister, but I think that only applies to Kingpin, MODOK, and somebody else. But like specifically buffs enemies or villains. Oh, it isn't? Still maintain though, I thought someone had a passive slow debuff. Okay. I'm gonna check something real quick. Let's see. Love being able to switch screens there. Gilly 99 might be good for that fight too, because she does a lot of secondary damage. Get around that 3% cap. See, now I'm thinking about ways to fight the friggin' Act 5 boss. I haven't thought about that in ages. It's a fun exercise, though. Alright, I got a couple 5 stars to run through here. But man, I remember that fight originally. You just keep reviving Hulk and use the friggin' Hulk smash to just do like incremental bits of damage, get KO'd, and then do it again. Well, come on then. I should, just for kicks. Like modern ways to fight the Collector. Like the original Collector. nameless collectors. It's just Aegon, Heimdall, and a bunch of revives. Ouch. Alright. Alright, alright. So I'm just looking at the synergy for Red Guardian with Colossus and Unstoppable Colossus, right? And that synergy only buffs the two of them and not Guardian, right? Whereas Guardian gets something with it too, and Aunt May is just not updated completely. Let's do this, why not? Oh man. Come on, Domino. Just lay all your garbage debuff and degen on me. Give you a taste of your own freaking medicine. Well, that was some nasty little power gain there. Won that by the skin of my teeth. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought somebody had a passive slow. Guess not. The sound may be out of sync. That was something someone mentioned a little bit earlier. Outside of just rebooting the stream, I'm not sure how to fix that though. But it is entirely plausible. This team again? Unless there's something here in OBS that I'm just missing. Which again is entirely plausible. Alright, I'm gonna check something else real quick. awesome. Collector doesn't have True Strike, does he? Like, he periodically goes unstoppable. His special attacks are unblockable. He occasionally gets power gain at low percentages of health, right? So, I mean, presumably you could just, unless I'm missing something, you could just Quake him, right? I mean, you can Quake pretty much everybody at this point, but almost everybody. I'm always pleasantly surprised in, especially in AW, when I go up against a champ where I fully expect that I can Quake them, and then quickly realize that I've made a huge mistake and they cannot be Quaked. Pro tip, do not Quake a Taskmaster. That will not go well for you. Just in general, don't do it. Also, pro tip, if you're fighting a Mysterio with Quake on an enhanced immunities node where they gain power each time you hit them with something you're immune to, also don't take in Quake. Because when his helmet's up, he's immune to ability accuracy reduction, and that's pretty much all Quake does when she charges with heavy. So that does not go well for you. Oh man. Well, that was a brilliant dex. Well, it does a negligible amount of damage, so I'm not worried. There we go. There's that. Alright guys, I'm going to do one more round of Arena, and then I'm probably going to throw in the towel for the night. About ready to go pass out. I'm going to throw in Elsa just because it's Elsa. Yeah, why not? Why not? Well, those are all awful options. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun surprise. I mean, of course, if you're able to break his helmet with an armor break, then, you know, you can adjust his ability accuracy to your heart's content, but Quake specifically, since you can't do that. Not a good idea. See, but that was like one of those things where I just couldn't even be mad, because I just genuinely, I didn't think of it, I didn't realize that that was something that could happen, and it definitely is, so it was like, oh, cool, I learned something. And it only cost me a revive and a couple of frickin' alliance potions. Did I use my Elsa already? I think so. The first dude just died so quick I didn't even realize that the fight happened and was over already. And there we go. I love using AA against Havoc, especially when he does the heavy. It's like you're playing like easy, like low-key softball or something. Like he's just lobbing himself to you, and Archangel's just winding up to just drill it out of the park. Get some of them spicy rewards. Get some of them units back. What's up, bud? Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but Somik? Sumik? Well, howdy, all the same. Hope you're doing well this fine evening, fine day, wherever it is you're at. Glad to have you here. I'm glad to have you here. Unfortunately, you did catch me near the end of my stream, so I got the last round here, and then I'll be signing off for the night. But do look forward to catching you in a future stream, getting to gab a bit more. Here's a bit of Quake practice. There are always easier ways to fight these opponents in Arena with Quake, but I figure a few times a day I get free Quake practice, so I may as well just practice up. Alright. Get that stupid Sparky armor down. Ah, yeah. Well, good morning to you then. There we go, there's that. Well, all the same, glad you're here. And a very, very good early morning to you. But there we go, everybody. That is gonna do me for the night there. Tonight was actually a lot of fun. It's almost 11 million points in Arena, so by the time I stream next time, that should be about it. Again, I'm going for the 1 to 10% milestone bracket, so that's about 15 million points. May put up a few more just for kicks, but it's Hawkeye, so I don't expect the 5-star feature to go for much more than 30 to begin with. But chill grind before the storm, and the storm is going to be nuts. But again, everybody, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out here the last couple hours. Really, really cool getting to chat with you guys here, chew the fat a bit, and get coaxed into fighting the freaking collector again after a couple of years. Pro tip: if you're gonna go in with a 4-star Doctor Doom, if I can talk right, 4-star Doctor Doom, make sure that he's over rank 3, otherwise it's not gonna go well for you. To everybody who's catching the stream after the fact on the YouTube, cheers for finding the channel in the first place. Cheers for sticking with the video this long. I hope to catch you live here in days coming forward. I'm usually streaming about the same time every night, during the day, weekdays, during the weekends. It's all about the same. Going to be doing a huge stream coming up for Red Guardian Round 2, so that's a week and change from now, so stay tuned for that. Got videos preloaded up into YouTube, so those are going to be coming live over the course of the next couple days. Just got to spot it out, so stay tuned for that. If I could hassle you guys for just a sec to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm currently on the tail end of a big push to join the content creator program. And Kabam has a minimum threshold requirement of subscribers needed to get into the program at 500. And thanks to you guys, I'm really, really close. Really, really close. So obviously, no pressure one way or another, but every bit helps and every bit is very much appreciated. So thank you. Thank you in advance. But until next time, everybody, take care. Talk soon. Stay safe and be well, everybody. Bye for now.